Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. I'm up and ready to take on my day. So I thought today I was thinking, it's been, you guys know I was gone this week and just a busy week. And yesterday was a little bit just trying to get back into routine. So today I have a lot of school and testing I have to do still for the kids, so we have a lot of them to do. So I thought if I can get up and get all of our food made for the day, then that would make my day go a whole lot easier. So yesterday you guys saw when I opened my packages up, I've had this, my cast iron, what do they call this? They call this a Dutch oven. I was in cast iron Dutch oven, which it is cast iron. It's cast iron and stainless steel oven. I've been watching other YouTubers make their bread in the oven, and I'm like, oh, that looks so yummy and delicious. I would love to do that, and I've never done it. And so I saw purple. I love purple. My favorite color is purple. I've got that thing that's purple. I've got a coffee mug that's purple. Not much more that's purple because there's not a whole lot of purple accessories out there. So I opt for like a turquoisey blue color. So saw this and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get this one. So got this, so I'm excited. I'm going to make some no-knead bread in my cast iron, I want to call it cast iron, Dutch oven pan today. I don't know, we'll try it. I always mix my stuff up by hand, but I did my bread oven, like my little bread mixer, and that was a great thing to do. I thought, why don't I do that in the oven today? It's kind of rainy and cool out, 66 degrees, not very summer-like, so I thought this would be nice to make today. So I'm excited. First time making the no-knead bread in the oven. So we're gonna make some of that up along with some, I'm looking at the time, because it said it takes about 2-3 hours, so that's gonna be about good, and some broccoli soup. Cheesy broccoli soup, because I have broccoli from this past week, so I thought I'd cut that up, make some really good soup, and then we'll have that for lunch today. That'll be a really delicious, homemade, yummy food. I've still got breakfast foods from when I made food last week, so we're gonna make this, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited. You guys ready? All right, we're gonna make some wonderful no-knead. It says no-knead. I'm like, no knead at all? No knead. So we're not gonna knead it at all. We're just gonna mix it up, put it all together. I'm gonna bake it in here. I'm excited. Look at this. Is a great little pan. It's got all the little things, because when you lift it, all the moisture runs down. It does it in here. Really nice inside. Look at that. And then I gave these the little holders. These remind me of the good pot holders. Like I told you, my mom gave me a bunch of hers, and they're like real versus like the newer cotton ones that, you know, melt your fingers. I like this. Very cute little thing. So it's gonna be good. So let me get my ingredients. It looks like you mix it up into a different bowl first. This is gonna get heated up in the oven. So we're gonna put it in a bowl. Okay, we're gonna do it in a bowl. I'm gonna do it according to the recipe on here. We're gonna make it up, some no-knead bread. First time, it's gonna be delicious. All right, let's go. Okay, so you've got this right here, and then you're gonna add your yeast. It's about 2.5 teaspoons. Let's see, that's 1, 2, about half of that one there. I keep mine in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. And then 1/2 tablespoon of salt. That's so weird. I usually always add sugar, so it's interesting you add salt to this. So you want to mix this up until it's dissolved. I guess I could have just put it right in the mixing bowl, but that's okay. And then you add your flour so everything is uniformly wet. So you just put this, I could have just put this right in here. So everything is dissolved, and then you're gonna add 3.5 cups of flour. 3¼ cups of flour. All at once. All right, let's see how this works. This just goes against everything. Everything I've ever done with bread, too. It says just mix until everything is uniformly wet. Okay. This is so weird. Then just let it rise. Okay, I did add water because it says it should be sticky. And mine was not sticky, but I think my flour I filled right to the top, which is a little over a cup, so. All right, it's gonna be good. That's so weird, just don't knead it, just mix it. Okay. I guess that's good, nice and sticky, right? All right, then we're just gonna let it sit. I have a bread proof setting in my oven. I have my air conditioner cranked in here, so you're all crooked. If I didn't, it was warm in here, it would just sit and get warm. You put it over a heating vent, put it in the sunshine. I'm just gonna put them in the oven wet on the bread proof so it does its thing. So that's gonna sit, it's gonna sit for 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. Should warmish about for 2 to 3 hours, double in size, so 2 to 3 hours. We're gonna see how that rolls. All right, then the next thing I'm gonna do is cheesy broccoli soup. Got my fresh broccoli and bring it out and just chop it up with an onion, and we're gonna cook it on the stove. It'd be delicious. Okay, so I'm over here by my stove here. I'm gonna heat this up and cook it. It should go real fast. I'm doing a small pot because I'm trying to go small size. I don't want to make too much. That's a struggle because there's been a lot of people to make food for. So I'm just gonna put some olive oil on here. Love this one, by the way. And then I'm gonna put my onions in here. We're just gonna saute these for a few minutes. And I was just gathering up vegetables. We had the broccoli there, and then I also had some carrots and stuff, so they needed to be eaten up. So I'm gonna put a lot of carrots in this. Basically saute these, saute the other stuff, and then I'm gonna add some chicken broth to it, cook it down, and then I'll add a little bit of, I even have gnocchi. That sounds really good. Would that be bad to add chicken gnocchi to it? I could, right? Cheesy, but I like the gnocchi. I might add that to it, some potato gnocchi. You don't have to, but I'm gonna do that. I think that sounds good. And normally I wouldn't add the gnocchi to it. I would just do the broccoli and like a cheesy broccoli with some heavy cream, which I have. But I'm thinking, when I was cutting it up, and I kept thinking, let's add some gnocchi to it. I think I'm gonna do that. So, or you can add diced potatoes. I'm just gonna add this in there. So let's cook this up. Add some chicken broth here. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon to it just because it's much less than before, just to get a little bit of good flavor. And just let this come to a boil. Now you could just leave this right here, and if you like your soup watery more and eat it, this would be delicious. But I was talking to Brooklyn, she's like, no, make it thicker like you normally do. So I'm gonna add some instant mashed potato flakes. That will thicken the soup up real quick and add a little bit of potato flavoring to it. So not too much, I'm just gonna keep it very mild, but just enough to thicken it so it's not super watery. But if you want it really thick, you can just add more. So add a little bit, stir it, and then let it sit because this will thicken as it cooks a little bit more. This will be good. Cheesy broccoli soup, delicious with gnocchi. And that'll be really good. If we get our bread done on time, that'd be a really good lunch. All right, this turned out delicious, delicious. I'm glad I added the gnocchi to it. So this is soup all finished. I just put it in my bowl so Brooklyn could take some because I know she does like that for today. So delicious, that's done. That'll be lunch today. And hopefully our bread will be done with it. And if not, we'll have to save bread for dinner. So today I'm trying to get all my food done early so I can finish because we have testing. So what we're gonna do for dinner tonight is like the, I'm gonna say mostaccioli goulash kind of dish. I just made it last week, but everybody ate it and it was good. So I'm gonna make a small size one, and then I'm going to do like a nice green bean side. I've got French fried onions I haven't touched for a long time. So I'm gonna put that on top with some bacon and then cook. That'll be delicious. And then I'll make a dessert as well. So let me get some water boiling for the mostaccioli. So that's going to take a little bit. I'm going to try to do it in a one pot pan here. So I will cook the pasta, drain it, and then while it's draining, I'll put the meat and all the spices, everything I'm going to put in there. So what I'll do next is our dessert. I'm going to make double chocolate crumble. I haven't made this in a long time. We used to eat it all the time. Delicious. I'm going to pull it up and see how to make it. Okay, double chocolate crumble. I described it in my blog. This recipe does take time to prepare. Not a lot, but more than to mix up your cookies and throw them in a pan. But they're worth making and waiting in between the layers. Each layer adds a nice texture to the cookie bar and tastes wonderful. Words spoken from a blog. So this we used to make all the time when the kids were little. I haven't made it in a little while. So I'm only going to do one. Usually I do double. I do one size. I'm gonna do one size. Really simple. You got a layer of cookie, and then you have like a delicious layer of, is it marshmallows? Yeah, the marshmallows are next, and then you put crispy cereal and peanut butter and chocolate chips on top. So good. So I'll put the recipe on the screen. Let's mix this up. Not sure why I'm mixing it up in the tiny little bowl. I started putting the ingredients here going, why did I grab this small one? It's okay, just go slow, it'll be fine. This is delicious. I made this in so long, I forgot how much, it just smells really good. Kids are always little, we made this. Spray your pan really good. Spread this out. Now, I did add pecans. I've always added nuts, even when the kids were little. Excuse me. It gives like a nice texture to it because you have so many different delicious layers of food. So, I don't know, if you can't do nuts, keep it out, but this will work. So you just want to spread this in here. I usually do a jelly roll pan, my big ones. I haven't made a small one in like ever. I don't think I've ever made a small version. We're making a small version, but the thinner this mixture is better. So this is fine because you want it like a cookie. And it gets like crunchy like a cookie. So good. So you're going to want to bake this in the oven at 350. Like I said, I usually use a jelly roll pan. You can do a humongous pan of it, and like cookies you can cut up and have a nice variety. This will be a little bit thicker, but it's okay. It'll still taste delicious. Waiting for my oven to heat up. I put my bread dough out so it can heat up back there. I'm going to put some pasta in to boil. All right, doing 20 things at once. That's the way to go. I'm going to use green beans and make like a green bean casserole. Now I have French fried onions, like the round ones, but I remember I have these in the freezer too. These are already open. garlic pepper, crispy onion salad toppers. I used them for a little bit and then never did again. So I think I'll use these one up first because the other ones are sealed. So I'm gonna put a little bit of bacon in a casserole dish here, and then I'm gonna put it in, this is gonna be our veggies. Just a little bit, just add a little bit of delicious flavor to the green beans. Put this in the microwave. Whenever you get the fatty, real bacon, put it in the microwave for like a minute. That will get rid of the chewiness. That if you don't like that. I know I don't like that part. So this is good. I'm gonna have all my food done. I'll talk to you, put this away. And it's not gonna be too long at all, which is great. So we'll have this, we'll have the dinner, which will be really nice, the pasta chili. I'm like looking at it stirring, and I'm like, it's such a small container, but I'm like, it's okay. That's what we're doing, is small. I know we are. It's just harder, but I don't want to have a lot of leftovers because I want to make something else tomorrow. So downsizing. This is how people cook, right? Smaller size. We can do this. I know we can. It's just a lot harder. Bacon is popping away over there. So basically cook that. I'm going to put green beans in it. I don't have any like onion powder, so I'm going to use, you know, dried onions. And I was gonna use garlic pepper. I'll use that and mix it in there. We'll stir it up. That'll give it a little bit of flavor. And then we will do the thing on top and just bake it in the oven because the oven's on. That'll make it really good. Let's use the same spoon. There it is. Bacon and just put everything together and stir it up. It'll be really, really good. I could put these in the microwave too, I guess. But I think I'm gonna do it. I lost my scissors. Why? I have 3 pairs of scissors. I have 1. Why? I don't know. Someone has stolen them in my household. I had emergency stash, I had a couple other ones, and they are just gone, so I don't know where they're at. It's all good. Okay, small size. We're gonna add this in here, put my onion and garlic powder, and a little bit of salt too. Okay, I'm gonna mix this all up here. Those are so good. So I'm gonna wait till my cake stuff is out of the oven because I don't want it to taste like delicious garlicky onion topping. That's good. And then I'm gonna put this in, I'll cover it so it heats it up, and then I'll take the lid off to make it crispy on top. But that's good. Pasta should be done in a few minutes. I poured myself some soup because it tastes that good. It sounds really good for breakfast. And the bars, when they come out, you have to, actually I won't put this in right now. I forgot I gotta put more in there. As soon as they're done, after 10 minutes, you put marshmallows on top. Is that how you do it? I forgot, it's been a while. Marshmallows on top, I think you put mini marshmallows on top, and then put it back in the oven for just a few minutes. Let's see, remove from the oven, immediately sprinkle it with marshmallows, put it in about 3 minutes. I actually let them cook and they got a little bit of crispy, like burnt, and that's really good. And then you melt chocolate chips and peanut butter and Rice Krispies. So good. Okay, just have to remember how to do it, that's all. So this will be done in a few minutes. We'll put this in here and we'll just put our mess away. This soup is so good. I'm like, I was thinking about it because I think I was gonna post easy recipe or meal week with midweek meal plan, but this is like a comforting day. It's rainy, gloomy inside. Oven's going, makes the house smell like chocolate. This is like that really good soup. Like, look at that. Delicious, good, comforting food. So good. That's what I'm gonna call this. Comforting meal day. For a rainy day, comforting meal days. This is delicious. And the rest is boiling here. Almost done. I'm gonna eat this and drain my noodles. All right, so we're gonna make our, I'm gonna call it goulash, call it masticcioli. I'm gonna call it masticcioli this week. Last week it was goulash. It's basically the same recipe. Next week it'll be spaghetti. It's all the same stuff, people. Just a different pasta noodles. So my meat is already cooked. Hopefully it'll, let's see. Is it, oh. Let me give it a little meat scraper. Now when I put this and cooked it, like, you know, I do it all when I get it. But this I didn't add any veggies to at all. So the fat holds together more with the meat, so it makes it a little bit harder. But it's all, there we go. So I will probably crumble up and add some veggies to this because I can. So this was just cooked with just the meat, just the meat. So I'm gonna add some onions to it. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning to this. I'm gonna add some garlic pepper to this. What else do I have hidden? And then instead of chicken bouillon, use tomato bouillon. So good. We're just adding flavor. You want comforting? You know it's comforting because it's got flavor to it. And that is why it's got deliciousness. I'm going to add some spinach because I have a lot. Remember our salads that we got? And I used to do this to my meat when I cooked it, but I did not this time around. So I'm just going to crumble a little bit in here. This is just to add some nutrients to the meat without people going, ew, what is that in there? Because it'll taste tomatoey and be delicious. Just squeeze it, it breaks up really easy. I forget I had this one. Like I should use it. I should use it in the soup too, but that's okay. I'll wash my hands. So this is delicious, comforting food that tastes good. Add your bouillon, that makes the flavor taste really good. The meat's already cooked, so it won't be too bad. So what I'm gonna do to this is add, I'm going small because I don't know how big is big. I think I'm just gonna do, because I just have a little bit of pasta there. There's only a tiny bit, so we gotta keep it small. So I'm gonna add some diced tomatoes. I might do 2 cans of this, and this has garlic and oregano. I'm gonna do 2 cans. This is the part, what do you add? It's just the hard part. I think I'll do 1. I'll do 1 and I'll do some tomato sauce. I know, it's hard. That decision, how much do you actually add to it? So we're gonna put this in here. And all this is just plain tomato sauce with nothing in it. I don't even think, do they even add? Oh, they do add onion and salt. Never mind. If they didn't, you could just add your own to it. Okay, that'll be good. So basically, keep this up right here for a few minutes. Let me throw this away, check on my stuff in the oven. Okay, if I was gonna serve this right now, don't mind me, I would leave it as is, but since it's gonna sit out today for a little, drops up, I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid to it. You could add just a little bit of water to tomato bouillon if that's all you had. But I do have more tomatoes, so I'm going to add 1 more can of tomatoes. I feel like that will make it nice, like overly gooey, because it is going to sit and it will absorb some of that tomato mixture. So this will be good. This will be our dinner here this evening. I'm sure it tastes delicious. Comforting foods. And then we've got Parmesan cheese we can serve with it. That'll be delicious. Let me get a fork and try it. Now, based on your level of comfort, if it's super hot in your house, so you don't want to have your stove on or your oven on today because you know it's 5,000 degrees outside, then put this and just put a lid on it. Put it in your pressure cooker, put a lid in your slow cooker, wherever, or put it in the refrigerator and heat up later. I'm gonna put mine, it's pretty warm, into a 9x13 pan because I'm gonna keep it heated up in my oven for today. So this is good. Look at that. Mastacholi. Yes. Remember, overly wet it so that it stays nice and gooey for dinner. But this will be a delicious, delicious dinner for the family. Everybody can eat it, dairy-free. All good, the soup's not dairy-free, but not everybody will eat it, so this is really good. So I'm gonna put some foil on this and put that in the oven in a little bit with my green beans. What else? Cookie's almost done, let's see. Yep, that's done. So I'm gonna get out my marshmallows here. Okay, so this one's really easy. Just open your oven. You're gonna add about 3 cups of marshmallows to the top of this. Put that in the oven. You can turn it up a little bit if you want it to brown, which is delicious. That's okay. I'm just gonna set it for about 3 minutes. While that's going, I'm gonna hurry up and wash some dishes just to keep up on my cleaning in my kitchen, because I like to do that, and then we'll come back and check it. Okay, so oven is done. Cupboard's open. Let me get this out. Like that. You can even let them crisp up a little bit. That's okay. This is gonna fall down, so don't worry about being so tall. So it's gonna flop down. I'm gonna let it sit over here Actually, let's set it right there. We'll sit there. I'm gonna put this in the oven. So while this is over here, cool, and I'm gonna get my green beans in there, I'm gonna do, it's 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1 cup of peanut butter. So since my glass dish is used up with my bread, I'm just gonna put a cup of chocolate chips in here, which is a half a bag. And then I'm gonna add peanut butter and throw it in the microwave. Not throw it, set it in the microwave, so this will be good. Remember, always do your melted chocolate setting for your microwave. It's funny, I put my peanut butter in the refrigerator because I like it cold, and then my kids, someone put this one in there last night. I'm like, someone likes refrigerated peanut butter. I do too, I just like that coldness of it. Right in there, almost a cup. These are so good. All right, is that good? Okay, let's do this right here. Let's put this in the microwave on the chocolate melting setting. Let that heat up, and then we'll put it in a bowl with some Rice Krispies. That's what it is. I think it's a half a package, which is so funny because what is a half a package? I think it's 6 cups. I'm pretty sure 6 cups would be a half, yeah. So, but we've got this humongous thing. I was gonna do Rice Krispie treats, which I will. We'll have to use this for another day. So I'm gonna add 3 cups in here. Measure it out into here. Can't really see, sorry, I'm talking not doing. 3 cups in here. We'll do like 1, 2, 3. And that's gonna be your topping on this. It's so good. Make sure you close these. And then I'm gonna hide these because my kids will eat these for cereal, and I want to save them for Rice Krispie treats. So I'm gonna have to go hide these in the pantry along with the chocolate chips because they like those too. All right, I feel like it's mixing, Bo. Come over here. Now, this, you saw my marshmallows are up on the side because I used it in a 9x13 pan. This will be delicious. You want this to cool really well. It's so warm in here. You know, it's summertime, so it's not really a comforting cool day, but still hot in here. So you want your layers to kind of cool. I put mine in the freezer for a few minutes just so I can put that stuff on top. If you do a big pan, the marshmallows aren't going to be so fluffy. They're going to be more of a single layer marshmallow on there. So either one, it's still delicious. So just, this is it. Let this cool and cut up into squares. It's so, so, so good. So I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator to be done. Let it cool off today. We're just waiting on the bread. Let me check my bread. It's almost there. It's got a little bit more to rise. So I'm going to let that rise, and then we're going to be good for all of our meals for today. So let me put this in the refrigerator, and then food is done. Okay, so I'm reading a little bit of my Dutch oven, and they talked about getting it really, really hot in the oven. So I'm going to put mine in the oven right now. It says to turn up to 450 degrees for about 30 minutes before you bake it. Wow. So I'm going to put mine in there to let it get really, really hot. I'll let that go in there probably for another half hour or so, and I'll check and see if the bread's ready. And then basically it says the less you handle the bread, the better, because the more you knead it, try to get, you're making the gas escape, and it won't make nice tiny holes in the bread. So I'm going to put it on a piece of, I don't have, it said parchment paper. I'm only going to have to use wax paper. Hopefully that will be okay. I don't know, I feel like that'll cook in the oven, but I guess we'll see. We'll see if it ruins it or not. And then just kind of fold it and mold it into there. And then, actually, you know what? Do I have silicone? Hold on. I thought I had different silicone pan liners. I did for the longest time, but I don't anymore. That's okay. So you basically put it on there and you kind of fold it in, mold it to make it into a loaf, and then put it right in there. So I'm gonna see, but I gotta let that cook up and let that, it's gotta get at least double in size. It's not there yet. It's about half. So I'm going to take a step from my kitchen and I'll be back in a few with you guys. Okay, I've been sitting here just wasting my day. I'm like, I gotta start working on my fingers. So I don't have any parchment paper. So I just sprayed my wax paper with some cooking spray. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but we're gonna try. The pan is in the oven heating up. Let me put my dough in here, form it kind of into a loaf. I feel like that's just too easy. I really didn't make it too much into a shape. I don't know. Will it be fine? I don't know. We're gonna find out, right? It said just to make a couple slits into it. So basically you just put this whole thing into your oven. I feel like that's gonna stick. Is that gonna stick? Please don't stick on my good thing. I mean, we're gonna be hopeful. I just flipped it back over. Let me put my couple little cuts in here. I don't know, we'll see. It just goes against everything I've ever known. So let me stick you over here. So we're gonna let that cook in there. I don't know. I think it's a mistake to cook it on the wax paper. I already feel like it's a mistake, but that's all I have. So can you just put it in the oven? Maybe you can grease the pan. I don't know. First time doing it, let me know in the comment section below if you have to grease the pan, or if you don't have parchment paper, what do you do? Can you just stick it? It might stick to the wax paper, but we'll see. It's all good. I didn't do too much maneuvering with it, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but we'll just see in a half hour. It says 35 minutes, and then take the lid off and let it finish cooking. So we will try. That'll be our first Dutch oven experience, which is exciting, in a purple pan. Even better. Okay, alarm's going off. I mean, not the alarm, but the timer. So you're seeing this as I am. I don't know, this could be a total fail. So it says to let it cook and then to take the lid off. Oh, and then let it go for 10 minutes. Okay, so just need like a, it's okay, mini size, you can see it, right? A mini size one. So, I don't know, 10 minutes till it's brown. That's good. So what I'm doing now is because I'm trying to do other things today and I'm not going to film. I'm going to be doing my testing with my kids. So got like chores done, the little things I have to do around the house today. I'm not going to film the rest of my day today. Today is going to be a get testing done without having to do any other school. But I will show you our little double chocolate crumble. That should be cooled in the refrigerator, and I'll show you what that looks like cut up, and then show you a wonderful plate with our delicious bread. So 10 more minutes. I'm going to go edit in the 10 minutes. We're gonna go like about 3 or 4 more minutes. All right, so I've been finishing up editing. I want to get done for my day. I wanted to come over and show you what my double chocolate crumble looks like. Look at this right here. We're gonna cut it right down. It's still gooey. That first piece is always the worst piece to get off. Is it not the worst piece to get off? It is always the worst piece to get off without destroying the rest. And this is, like I said, you can get out one. It's so good. I have my marshmallows going up my side of my plate. If it's flat, it won't be so bad. This is real life, people. The struggle is to make a nice cut. Once the first one's out, the rest will be easy. I promise. Look at that. It's just those marshmallows are so gooey. Look at that. Now again, see how it's the double layers? This is not going to be sticking out. This won't be sticking out everywhere because you're going to have your flat pan, but so good. You want to try delicious? Try one. That right there is so good. Make yourself some double chocolate crumble. So delicious. Okay, that's delicious. So good. So good. Has anybody ever taken, s'mores are okay. Like, they're okay. I'll eat them, but have you ever made one and then put it in the freezer? Put it in the freezer. The texture of the marshmallows, the chocolate, like getting hard again. So good. So the bars are kind of like that. You put them back in the refrigerator. The marshmallows have that nice chewy texture, I guess, and then you have the nice chocolate, but it's smooth because it's got the crispies in it. So good. I haven't made that in a long time. Glad we did. I need to get back to making some of my meals from my earlier days when you know, we did a whole lot more baking, but we do some, but just life is different. So, but my bread is almost out of the oven. So for myself, because people ask me, why do you need a cast iron pan? I don't know. So I looked up a little bit about the cast iron pan. Now this is an enameled cast iron Dutch oven. So it's got non-stick enamel and a cupcake shape that distributes heat throughout the pot, making the cooking experience pleasurable. Looks pretty. It can put into an oven up to 932 degrees. What? And the lid is stainless steel, coated with chip and crack proof green and white enamel. And then the spikes in the lid help keep the food moist. The lid is still hot coming out of the oven, mind you. It's got these so that when it's cooking, like it says, allow juices to drip back onto what is cooking, which is good. You can put it on the stovetop, back to the oven. How nice is that? Just a little bit, like pretty much you can cook anything in it, right? That's how that works. So very cool. I just, you know, people ask me, why do you need it? I don't know. Why do you need it? Like I have a cast iron griddle skillet, cooks really good on too. This is nice, heavy duty, and it was purple. Like why could you not get that? I feel like it's good right there, but do you stop right there or do you let it keep cooking? Let me get a pan here, or let me get a hot pad is what I'm saying. So, I mean, that cooked in there. Like, look at that. And it didn't stick. This didn't. Can you pull it up? Okay, it's browned and stuff. Not bad. It said to let it sit for 10 minutes and then you can slice it. So we will see, but this will be just a, like I said, mini sized pot. Like we're downsizing. This will be enough bread for one meal, which all we need it for instead of two. So I'll let this cool for a few minutes and let me get out my, make it a whole lot easier to cut. I know you're supposed to put it on the rack to let it cool. But look at, that's nice. My pan's nice, didn't burn. And it's pretty, it's purple. Can't be that, right? Look at that. Purple, purple, purple. I love that color. So this stuck a little bit, but not too bad, like right here. Looks like it wants to be embedded in the bread. A little bit of paper won't kill nobody. It won't. That'll work right there. And then this will be the bread. Right, I have one bread cutting knife. Where did that disappear to? I saw somebody use it to cut something that was not a kitchen item, and I was like, you're ruining my knife, but I didn't say anything. No, I don't see it in here. Did it disappear? Oh, don't jump to conclusions. It's just in the back of your thing, Amy. Okay, let's cut this. It's probably too soon to cut it, but we'll cut a little tiny. I know you're supposed to let bread sit, but whoo, this is hot. Hot. Whoo, it's hot. So hot. Okay. It's like so hot. But it's got the little air bubbles in it. Like that good artesian bread. Let's get some butter. I use up that. I can't believe it's not butter. You know, because we found it for cheap. I'm sure it's delicious. Homemade bread coming out of the oven. Who wants to wait for it to cool? And it's nice and crispy on this side. I love crisp bread. Who likes the end pieces so you can have the crispy bread? Delicious. Try. All right, so first time making the bread. I'm sure I can do an even prettier presentation next time. So it'd be good to put like the everything bagel topping on top. I would do that, but good for just literally a flour, salt, and yeast bread. Pretty good. So love my little, I'm gonna put my lid back on. I like the new pastel colors. So I'm gonna link this one below because I do like to share when I get stuff for you guys. If it's good or if it's bad, but do you need one? I don't know, do you need one? I thought it would be cool to have one to make bread in the oven with. So besides a bread pan, just something different. And you can cook all sorts of things in there, so pretty cool. I just like the colors. And they got other pretty colors too that you can see on there as well. So, but this is it. It's just gonna be cooking today. Comforting foods because it's rainy, yucky outside, not a whole lot going on. Stuff going on, but not a whole lot of excitement for you guys. So I'm gonna close today's video so you guys have a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic rest of your day. Remember, you are designed, you are created, and you are selected by God to do great, wonderful things on this earth. And once you start walking the path He has for you, amazing, amazing adventure. it's good. So have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.